Hey guys, it's Lindy and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Rainbow Body. I know it's been a long time, but I'm really happy to finally be able to sit down and make a video and check in with you guys. Today should be a really good, insightful video where you will be getting a lot of insight into 2020 basically some themes that you will be seeing in 2020, maybe in your personal life, but this also really applies to the collective and is going to apply to a collective scale. So kind of just like the world in general, and this is what's going to be going on. Now, this is just like some insight and my take and what I picked up from pulling some cards on New Year's Eve this year. So I did that, and I did a lot of different readings with a lot of sets of cards I have. But the one that I did for the collective reading, as far as some themes to the year 2020. So this deck that I pulled from for this reading that I'm going to share with you today is from the Conscious Spirit deck. This is an oracle deck. It has a lot of really beautiful artwork. And as you will see on the cards that I share from this deck that were part of my reading. So we're going to get into that, and that should be really fun and insightful. I am rambling a little bit because it's been a really long time since I've made a video, and I've really gotten out of the flow of making videos. And that's also because like this is kind of like a service that I'm doing for people that benefit from my content and benefit from what I talk about in my videos. But also, it's really healing for me, and I really appreciate making the videos. I feel like it's like therapeutic for me, and it helps me ground all this information and bring it here into the third dimension, like ground it. That's very important when we're talking about spiritual concepts, because it makes it more tangible and it makes it more workable in our lives when we're able to ground spiritual information and spiritual concepts and really apply them to our lives. I'm going to get into this reading. But actually, there's just one thing that I want to show you guys. I don't know how many of you know that my husband and I both make jewelry. We have an Instagram page. I will put that in the description below, and we also have an Etsy shop where we sell our jewelry. So like I'm wearing a necklace that I made. All of the jewelry is genuine. It's made out of genuine crystals. Okay, so always real crystals, high quality crystals, and sterling silver, and also copper. We make some pieces, but the piece all the stuff I'm wearing today is sterling silver. These are some Tabasco geodes. They're very elven. I really, really love these because they look so elven to me, and they're just very special. And my husband made the earrings. My husband is a very gifted and talented wire wrapper. So he wrapped this piece, okay? And he has a lot of different styles, and he can make things very dainty looking, or this has some really nice flow to it. I really like all the curves and spirals in this one. And the stone is very, very cool. It's a rutilated quartz stone. So, you know, since I don't get a chance to come on YouTube as frequently as I would like, and that's just kind of remained the case in my life. If you're looking for a way to support me, and, you know, support any of my work, then a good way to do that is to go support our jewelry line. So I'll put the link to the Etsy shop below, but that is a really good way to support me until we get some other avenues set up. Like I might get like a Patreon this year. I definitely still want to create a website for my healing arts practice and somehow incorporate my YouTube channel in with that as well. And I thought about doing a vlog, or not a vlog, excuse me, a blog, have a blog, but I don't know. I really like making the videos, and that's how I like learn and really take information the best and learn the best is from like watching. So you know, I like the medium of making videos. So, but yeah, go check out some more of this jewelry. If you really like what you're seeing here, me wearing today, and that's a great way for now to support me. But also too, if you ever want to book a reading, a session with me, it would also include Reiki, because I am a Reiki master and I have a healing arts practice where I do practice Reiki on people. And I can totally do it like over Skype as well. So just know that I can do readings, but they also include, they're like energy readings. So they include aura readings, reading into your aura, and all kinds of things like come up for people. So I would really like to do more readings if anyone is interested in that. So let's get into this. So, okay, first we have the card Movement. As you can see, this is a very beautiful card. And it's called Movement Meditation. Movement Meditation. I celebrate and honor my physical body through dance and movement. So, yes, that's awesome. Movement is very important in really grounding spiritual wisdom and knowledge and bringing it into this third dimension. It's a great way to express divine love is through dance and movement. And it's a very beautiful card. On a collective scale, what this card is, it means is a lot of movement into new changes that need to happen. So societal changes, like I'm talking about societal structures, politics, that comes forward definitely for sure. Okay, so yes, movement is signifying a lot of movement collectively, and just really changing societal ways and structures of doing things. Societal ways of doing things that no longer serve us, because we need to get rid of those if we plan on moving forward into a new earth, right? And just a better space as a whole, as humanity. Then we really need to move into better ways of doing things, right? And movement brings about a lot of change in a very natural way. You know, movement is just like a very natural way of moving and flowing into the new, and you know, moving out of the old. And I really think some tangible action will be taken to move away from dark forces and darker forces that have been manipulating society. I think we're going to really see some like tangible movement into dealing with that, balancing out that karma so that we can move into a better place that's really taking everything into consideration. It's not just like looking at like positive things, but really looking at the darker things, because if you just ignore those things, then they just get to still hide in the shadows. It's really important that we look at these things as a society that are not so great, okay? So that we can really, with open eyes, create and move into a better place as a whole. So that was the first card. So a lot of this year is going to be movement, you know, out of the old and into the new, or movement into better ways of doing things. And then the second card is the Moon Goddess. Isn't that a cool card? That's so cool. And it says, I am in harmonious flow with the moon's energy in all phases of life. Well, I think what this card is representing is that it's important to pay attention to the moon phases. And when you start to awaken and kind of get more in touch with your higher self, and therefore more in touch with nature and just the cycles of the universe, you really start to realize how connected we are to these cycles, and how you really can predict and maybe forecast what the energy is going to be like based on where we're at in these cycles. And one of the cycles is the moon cycle, right? And we are really intertwined with the cycles of the moon. And so I think why this card is coming up is it's saying that more people are going to start taking an interest in the moon cycles, but also to these other bigger cycles that happen in the universe. Okay, people are going to start to pay more attention to that kind of thing. Also, with this Moon Goddess card, not only are people going to start to pay attention to these natural cycles that occur in the universe, but people are also going to start looking at their patterns, their cycles of behavior, their patterns of behavior, their unhealthy patterns, maybe some unhealthy addictions or patterns in behavior that are unhealthy. And I think this year in 2020, people are really going to start taking a look at that, instead of just continuing in this never-ending loop of negative ways of being, negative patterns that are self-destructive, that are hindering people from stepping into a better version of themselves. I feel like this year is going to be very strongly associated with people recognizing the patterns within themselves, the cycles within themselves, and really breaking the cycle. Maybe breaking the cycle of abuse, breaking the cycle of self-destructive behavior, breaking those, because there is true freedom found when you break some kind of habitual behavior you're involved in that's not really healthy for your being, and it really is disconnected from your higher self and God and the universe as a whole. Also too, when you're able to see these patterns and negative ways of being in your own life, you actually probably can see patterns out in the universe more easily, and it kind of makes sense to you more easily, and you're just more aware of that in general, because it's like as above, so below, or as within, so without. The more you discover these things within yourself, the more you see them in the world around you, right? So that is a law of the universe that is very, very, very true. And that's why doing any kind of inner work where we're taking a hard look at ourselves and maybe some behaviors and patterns that are not serving us, and we can find all the strength we need within by connecting to our higher selves and connecting to God within, the God within, and source energy, right? This energy, this divine energy, can give us strength to make it through these changes and make it easier, so the changes just like flow more, and we're more accepting as new things come up. We're not, so fearful of change, because we know we're just going to be stepping into a better version of ourselves. I see that a lot in 2020. Then my favorite card, I feel like the best card I pulled, is the Heart Chakra card. Yes, the Heart Chakra card. I was like so happy and amazed that I pulled this card, because what this is saying, as far as the theme to 2020 goes, is that all of these, this movement and change into better ways of doing things, getting rid of patterns, destructive patterns in society, abuse in society, but also in our personal lives. But doing all of this and clearing all of this negative stuff out is going to make room for movement into our heart chakra. Okay, and the heart chakra is actually 5th density. So it's 5th density consciousness. The heart chakra is an entire consciousness of its own. And it's all about living from the heart, listening to the heart, feeling the heart, feeling that your heart is alive, okay? And like has its own energy. And it opens up this gateway into the spiritual world. Our hearts are our spiritual brain, and also our source of power. And when you realize that and you start opening up your heart chakra, it really opens you up to a new frequency and a new vibration of love. Love is an actual energy, and it when you open up the heart chakra, you're opening yourself up to love, unconditional love, and really just being authentic and transparent. Okay, that's the energy of the heart. It's very authentic, transparent, and it will just be truthful. Okay, and I feel that's like a really good sign for the heart chakra card to come up when we're talking about a theme of 2020, because what it means for humanity is that, if we're doing all of these things that I've mentioned previously, then we'll be able to move into the 5th density. The 5th density, we're really learning how to step into that. And it's by clearing out all the junk, so that we can step into the highest version of ourselves, the heart chakra, which is about loving yourself unconditionally, and therefore loving others unconditionally, and really being of service to others and helping them get to the 5th density consciousness, or the heart chakra consciousness as well. That's like the goal. And so that was really amazing, that I pulled all these cards up. And then of course, look, it's like green. It's just such a pretty card. And so I felt like that was a really good forecast for 2020. Of course, it's a new decade, and it's 2020. I mean, I feel like it's definitely has to be a special year. And so I think it's a year where a lot of people are going to be learning and opening up to moving into their heart chakra, moving into their higher calling, moving more into their hearts and out of their egos. More into the heart and out of the ego. When you're living in your heart, it's like the ego is just not powerful enough to survive the heart. And so, and then when you move into your heart, you're following your dreams, you're following your passions, and you're just living from that place of unconditional love. And it's what we're striving for. So this is good. And then, oh, and lastly, I actually did pull this card. It's called Embrace Change. So I move easily and confidently through the changes in my life. And there's that one for you. Okay. So yeah, you know, do embrace change. Okay. Because this year is going to be a year of great change, but it's going to be a year of great positive change. And hopefully we're going to see some really real tangible changes occur. And so of course it's all a good thing. All these changes are good. You know, but there are still some darker things that we as a society really need to look at instead of run away from. You know, we got to do that if we want to get to that heart chakra energy. So that's all I have today. And yeah, I guess that's about all I have. So I really appreciate you guys sticking around. After, you know, making this video, there may be a lot of changes happening for me this year. I'm not really sure where this YouTube channel is going. I would, of course, love to keep it going and love to keep it growing. And any support that you want to throw my way to encourage me to do so is received with the deepest gratitude from me. I really, really appreciate anyone who supports me on this YouTube channel, but also my other endeavors. And that's the thing, is I'm not just a YouTuber. That's not my main focus. You know, I have a lot of other things that I'm focused on in my life, but the bottom line is that I do want to help people, and I do have certain messages that I really want to reach a good amount of people. So I am here to be of service to you. If you can think of any ways I can further be of service to you, please feel free to reach out, leave a comment, leave a like, and until next time, may the force be with you. And you guys, 2020 is going to be great. So, you know, we're going to have a great year. Sending lots of love until next time. Bye.